Hello and welcome to another video on the Gegenpress, and today we have a very cool shoe with us, possibly the drop of the year, and might easily be my return to Nike. Before we go any further in the video, a quick backstory. I've always worn Adidas and more recently Mizuno's, but in the past I used to wear Nike boots, but that was probably 15-16 years ago. And I think the last Nike shoe that I wore were the T90 Laser 4s. If you remember, those were the ones in orange, black and white, the same one that Rooney wore. But my problem with Nike has always been that the shoe has always been a bit narrow, and my feet is a bit on the wider side, so didn't fit me for the longest time. But this year with the Phantom 6s, which has been touted as one of the widest Nike football boot, and I wanted to take a plunge on it, but none of the colorways really gripped me. So when I saw this in Japan in Camo Soccer on the day of release, and once I did the conversion of the price, it's like easily 500 ringgit cheaper than having to buy it in Malaysia. It was a no-brainer for me to buy it. So there you go, my first Nike in probably 10-15 years. Very happy with it. So let's talk about aesthetics first, and then I'm going to talk about the minor details, the major details, and also experience wearing it. So the aesthetics is that this part here, they call it Phantom Black in the colorway. Although it's not really black, it's more purple than anything. Wearing this, if you're looking from the top, they do look like tap dancing shoes, which is actually pretty cool, to be honest. I am very glad that they removed the reverse Nike from both sides, which I think is super ugly. For example, the Haaland release looks really good. I like that color, but that reverse swoosh on the sides, it kind of ruins the aesthetics of the shoe. I mean, we get it, it's a Nike. We don't need to have 3 swooshes on a shoe. So they've reduced it from 3 to 2 for this one, one here and one on the inside. I think it's done very well, very classy. I like the color combinations where it's a bit on the purple, there's a bit of green here. If you look closely, the Nike here has the probably scales pattern of the Black Mamba, which is cool. I like that the Nike grip knit writing is in neon green, which is pretty awesome. The same thing on the inside with the Nike swish. There's a small Phantom writing over there, and we have the Kobe Mamba logo at the back, which is super awesome. Also at the front, I like that they've minimized the swoosh, but they focus more on the Kobe logo here. And this is not actually white. I think this comes closer to the color of Barcelona's third shirt, the one that also has the Kobe logo. I think if you have that and you wear this, it looks super awesome, especially with black shorts. I like the look of it. I like the silhouette. On the left side of the shoe, you have the insole has Mamba written there, while on the right side it's just a normal one. But it's cool that the insoles has this Mamba scales pattern, which I think adds a bit of more pizzazz to the shoe. As I mentioned earlier, I have white feet, so getting my foot into this is a bit of a challenge, because this can only open so wide, but this is elastic. I have always been worried about wearing shoes with this sort of entry point, because I've always been afraid that I might overstretch this and then it will not come back to its shape. So far, I don't think I have to worry, because as the furthest I stretch it, when it comes back, it fits very well, especially while wearing socks, it would cover. So this is flush. There's no worries about the rubber pellets from playing on AG or sand or dirt getting into my sock. So that's not a problem. Into my feet, actually. The studs are in FG. I missed out on getting the AG because they only had FG. I have no problems. I have no complaints. I know there are some reviewers who absolutely hate the Cyclone 360 stud pattern. For whatever reason, I don't know why. They never really intricately explain, but it's no issue. I played on AG. I play on AG most of the time, and the grip's good. You just need to be aware. A lot of this talk about wearing FGs on AG surfaces, And of course, if you do really, really sharp turns, regardless of where you're playing, your ankle might give way. You should understand the, your physical limitations, your body mechanics, and that would actually contribute more towards your safety than just wearing the right type of studs. That's what I realized. Not to say that if you have access to AG, go ahead, get AG studs to play on AG boots, totally fine. But I don't see a reason to discourage you from getting FG studs when you are playing on AG. You just need to realize certain limitations, be aware, be self-aware about how you move and your body mechanics. That's about it. But anyways, fun part was my first touch with while wearing this shoe was actually a goal, which I'll be sharing in an insert video really quickly, which is kind of cool.
Oh, oh, kasut baru.
This boot adds probably 5 points, 10 points, 15 points to your coolness level. And it's on the same price as a standard Phantom 6 release. So there are much more reasons to get it than not get it. Another thing I have to point out, if you are planning to get it and you haven't worn any type of shoes like with this liner before, invest in a shoe horn, because that will save a lot of time getting in and out of the shoes. So far now I'm just using a plastic ruler and my finger to get my feet in and out, which quite a hassle. Secondly, I have to point out, if you wear grip socks, it might actually be harder to get in and out because of the grip and because of this really tiny opening. Fit wise, because of the stretchy material, it really does. I mean, it sounds very cliched, but it is sock like. It's like wearing socks, structured socks with studs. So control felt very, very responsive, felt really good. This people, it might look like a speed boot. It's actually a control boot. I feel it's closer towards the Predators than the F50s. Of course, I think I'm probably gonna skip Predator 26 because it beats the purpose of being a Predator without the raised rubber elements. I think I'll just stick to getting a old stock of Predator 25s, for example. But for this one, this could be my go-to control boot in 2026. I might even consider getting another pair of Phantom 6s because I enjoy this portion so much. Controlling the ball, swerving the ball, even short passes, it feels very responsive. It feels really, really good to touch, to the touch. And as mentioned just now, since we don't have that ugly reverse Nike swoosh at the back, this part, if you look closely, I don't know, I hope the video can show this properly. These are actually little padded portions. All of these raised bits that are supposed to mimic snake skin, they are raised portions. So if you are controlling the ball, trapping the ball, even sometimes you misplace your feet or whatever, it helps pad the ball once you receive a pass, which I really, really like. Of course, this is not the high tops. The high tops comes with a covered, that cover for the laces, but it's not much of a problem because the way the laces are put, they sit very flush, so they don't stand out. It takes a bit of getting used to, especially with this lacing system, but it is definitely not a deal breaker. I love the look of the studs. I think the issue about the Cyclone 360 not being a popular stud pattern is overblown. I guess it's for a reason to make sure people buy an AG version. I don't know, but I like the shoe. I enjoy it. I was a bit skeptical wearing it. I thought, like, you know what, if I didn't like the shoe, I'll probably just sell it at a small profit. But this one I'm gonna keep. I highly recommend this, especially if you haven't worn Nike for a while due to fitting problems. You have wide feet and Nike has always been narrow. This is actually worth the plunge. And the fun thing is, I realize even if you don't like it and then you move on with your shoes, Nike shoes tend to hold their value better than Adidas, I realize. By the way, since we have the box here, share with you the unboxing experience. So obviously it's great that they didn't use the orange Nike box. The inside paper has the Kobe logo with the snakeskin pattern. It does come with, I don't know whether I've removed it. It does come with the boot bag, which I think I will not be using because they do feel very flimsy though. I think that's my only problem with boot bags, is that this feel like the bags that your mom take to the wet market. Although it's cool that inside there is a zipper, you know, the small bag with a zip. Probably keep your keys or small change. But it's a very, very basic unboxing experience. The focus of this product is obviously the shoe. So yeah, is this the drop of the year for 2025? I would think so. Yes, Adidas had a lot of colorways that they've dropped. I thought the Predator Gunmetal Manias looked sick, but Manias are Manias. I think my favorite Mania is still the red one. But no one expected to see this drop from Nike with the Kobe's. The execution's great. I love the colorway. I love the combination. It does not look gaudy. It performs really well in terms of shooting, passing, controlling the ball, long passes, long shots. Traction's great. I will definitely wear this. This is probably closer up to my rotation. My Mizuno still is way up in that list, but this is something that is firmly within my radar, and easily put, the Nike Phantom 6s is my gateway to return to Nike shoes moving into 2026. So this possibly is going to be the last video of 2025. I started the channel mid-year 2025. Took a bit of a dip recently because family focus, but can expect to see more videos coming out next year. Thank you so much for those who's commented, who supported, those who liked the videos, even those who even watching without doing anything else. I appreciate you. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I would appreciate the subscribe. Like the video, do comment if you agree or disagree with whatever I talked about. Hey, it's a free country. This is the internet. You can say what you want. More than happy to respond to you, and we can start a conversation. If you have any suggestions, also in the comment section. I read all the comments. I try to reply to all of them. But until we meet again in the next video, this is the Gegenpress signing off for 2025. I see you in the next video.